Welcome to A Lovely Time, a podcast where we speak to comedians about what constitutes a perfect day. I'm Amy Gladehill, and my idea of a lovely time is filming a comedy special at Chapeltown Picture House coming soon. My guest today is a filmmaker, animator, sausage collaborator, and much to his father's annoyance, an occasional cross-dresser. It's Sam O'Leary. And I know we're just going to have a lovely time. Woo whoop. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm really good. I'm having a lovely time.
Already? Bloody hell. You've shot your load early. That's the end of the podcast. Thanks for coming on.
This was it. I was going to say it's today and I won't change a thing.
Right, bye. Thanks ever so much. What a quick episode. You're wearing a very bright jumper.
I am. I think it's Roma's actually, but it looks way too big on her. It's a weird sort of trendy one that's got like crap all over it.
It's got a label on the outside for the listeners, and that is one step too far for me.
It is. It looks crap.
It does look like an error.
Yeah.
That's the thing, isn't it, with trendy stuff? You're like, God, that's absolutely crap. That must be so cool.
Yeah, it was really expensive as well.
God, that's crap. It must be a fortune.
It was really expensive, second hand.
Oh my God. Was it second hand?
From like a weird antique thrift shop, yeah.
I'm out.
Yep.
I am out. I'm wearing an orange jumper as well, just so we further match. Listeners, me and Sam have the same hair and face and jumper and gas. We both just did a burp. So it's all happening. So, Sam, I know you've listened to the podcast before, unless you've lied. This is where we find out if you're a true friend or not. So what we're going to do is we're going to find out about a lovely time that you've actually had in real, actual life. Take it away.
So, my sister always gets me sort of weird gifts.
Yeah.
And there's always like a sort of twist that neither of us knew was going to happen. So like, it sounds really good on paper, and then like, it just gets kind of like this. So this week, she booked us to go to a drag act at lunchtime in the middle of nowhere in Bradford.
How was that? Was it good?
Well, it was like, it really was in the middle of nowhere. And then when we got there was nobody under 80 there except for us.
What?
And the main drag act, I think they were called like the Dream Girls, and they were like getting on a bit as well. It was good, but we were... The guy that owned the place was like, "Oh, just sit next to her, will you? She's all on her own." And then he said, "She's got no teeth, but she's really nice." And we were like, "We're not sitting next to her. We've like paid. We can't just be we can't just have to sit next to this old lady."
God.
And we were just in this area of this. It was a really nice place, but it had a smell to it, you know.
Oh my God!
Just because of the people, I think all those old people in one area, and it just.
Was it in like a retirement home?
It was in a golf club.
Yeah, same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But that's not even... So that was just an example, but like 5 years ago, Neve, because we really love Jesus Christ Superstar. We're like obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And we'd never been to see it live, and it was my birthday, and she didn't tell me where we were going, just that we were going to drive somewhere. And we were driving for ages, and then there started to be signs for Scarborough. And I was like, why are we... Like, I don't like the beach or anything. I was like, Neve, are we going to Scarborough? And she was like, well, you'll have to wait and see. It's like, right, now we're definitely in Scarborough. And then we got there. And again, Neve booked this thinking that she'd booked like a a proper professional performance. And when we got there, it was a local amateur dramatics. And the audience, which was half full, was only parents and grandparents of the children that were in the play.
The children?
Yeah, and Neve was disappointed, but I was over the moon. And like, we spent the whole thing just like, I remember like twisting my legs, like my skin on my legs so hard so I didn't laugh, because it was just so funny that we were in that situation. And like, it's a hard musical to do for kids. So like, it wasn't all the best. And like, the teachers were in it, like they'd put themselves in it as roles that they liked. And
oh my God.
It was just the best.
That sounds incredible. Was the person playing Mary a child or an adult?
I think they were all like teenagers, mainly. But we've been deliberately to different amateur dramatics versions now because it's just better. There's more like risk.
Yes. Oh,
it's really good.
God, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Great. So you found a new passion.
Yeah, I guess you could call it a passion.
Passion of the Christ, I suppose.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. I'd love to go see one of them. I really love bad bingo callers.
Yeah, that's great.
Me and Christopher Cantrell's wife Nicola used to go to bingo when we lived in Manchester, and there was one guy who just had a funny way of saying, like, I think it was like the number 6, and any time he said it, like, we'd laugh, and it's like, this is brilliant. And he didn't have a speech impediment, he just had like, he was just very enthusiastic about certain like syllables.
I like that
and
you had to clarify that.
Yeah.
Just so we know that you're not a bully. And he had like one leg, and we were all laughing at it all night.
Well, no, we weren't laughing at it. Obviously, we were encouraging him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that. And I've been to a funeral where the person doing the sermon had a very funny accent and very funny mannerisms. No, but we started laughing, and you can't help it because your adrenaline is high and it's quite a tense situation. So I don't know if it's everyone's brain, but certainly my brain, and I know my mum's brain's the same. You like look for something to like puncture the tension with. So if somebody goes, "Everybody listen up," you're like, "Oh, that's enough for me. That's too funny."
Yeah, there was when I was at. So we've been to one professional Jesus Christ Superstar as well.
Oh yeah.
With Glenn Carter playing Jesus, who's our favourite Jesus, except for the original. And there was a bit in that where there's a song where he holds up some bread and he's like, "This is my body you eat." But he had like a garlic naan bread. And for some reason, we found it so funny because it was like, is that all you could get hold of that looks like bread?
God.
And there was like old people getting angry in front of us because we were like, again, I remember biting my hand until it was like bloody because I was just like, I can't laugh because I do love it. And they were looking at us like, you don't really love it. You just come here for a laugh. And it's like, I've come here for both.
I love it so much.
I didn't know there was going to be naan bread though. And for some reason, it just, after when we both saw it, we both like held hands and we were like, we're fucked.
And that was in the professional one.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
I know.
How much were the tickets?
Oh, I don't even remember. It was at the Palace Theatre in Manchester.
I reckon it would be about 12 loaves of bread worth each.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like each ticket in that they sold that day could have probably bought 12 loaves of bread. And they've gone
but
for
maybe like
bread.
last minute they were just like the new runner. They sent the new runner out to get some bread. And they're like, what kind? Just like, any. And he's like, well, I like garlic naan.
Oh, they've got garlic naan and they've got the normal bread, but they've put them both in the green room in the like communal area. And Tony's there making his toast, having a lovely time. Tony, what are you doing with that bread? Put a bit of jam on it. No, Tony. Right, well, we're going to have to use this garlic naan from what Brenda's brought in from home.
Yeah.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to piece together what your ideal lovely time would be. And there's no restrictions on this. Could be garlic naan, could be full loaf. You do whatever you want. Anywhere you want, with anywhere you want, with anywhere you want. Just, you get the gist. Anywhere.
How long have you been doing this?
Can you tell this isn't the first one I've recorded today? Can you see my eyes glazing over?
See it in your eyes.
Yeah, anywhere. You just go anywhere, don't you? Just you listen to it, you know it.
Are you in the bath?
No, I'm not. I do, not in a creepy way. I do ring Sam from the bath sometimes, and his girlfriend.
Yeah, don't worry, we're all involved.
We're all involved, and it's only because sometimes I'm so busy with like good stuff and shit stuff that I just don't want to sound like I'm boasting. But sometimes I'm so busy, my downtime is when I'm in the bath, and it's like, well, now I'll call you while I'm washing my knees.
That's nice of you.
That's the friendship.
I only talk to my mum when I go for a crap.
Oh, 3 times today, Sam. You're not very well. Right. So, Sam, it's your ideal day. Where in the world are you waking up?
Okay. I've not even thought about the morning. I'll just do that really quickly because I've not thought about that at all.
Yeah. Well, you could sleep in if you wanted, but you're not much of a sleeper inner. I get the gist.
No, I leap out of bed early. Okay, so I've leapt out of bed early.
Yeah.
And then I'm just cracking on with some like garlic naan and a normal loaf as well. You said I could have whatever, so I'm going to have both.
Have both, yeah.
And then it's midday where the rest of my day starts.
Great.
We're in an industrial estate in the future.
Wow, all right.
About 5-6 years in the future, I own the industrial estate. And it doesn't have to be there, it's just the place where there'd be a lot of space to do this.
Okay.
So, so it's in a time when VR is like good enough that you could just put like a little chip in your head, right?
Yeah.
So there's like 100 of us. It's like basically just a lot of people that I know that I would want there. So you're there.
Yes.
And like some people from school and bits of my family, and not all of them though. And
your favourite Jesus can go?
Yeah, he can go. That's all right. And like some other sort of weird celebrities that no one else will recognise. And Jesus as well.
An actual Jesus.
He'd like this. And then, so we all go into this VR thing at the same time together in these like nice pods. But it feels like real life when you're in there. And you all wake up in different parts of this little village. Ooh. And it's a fight to the death.
God.
The weapons are like hidden around, and you just have to. It's like a battle royale kind of thing.
Oh my God! I did not expect that.
So, and well, I had a dream when I was like 20, where I was on a yacht, like a giant yacht.
Yeah.
And I was just running around really quickly, stabbing people in the head. And when I woke up, I was like, "That was brilliant."
Oh, God, Sam.
So, guilt-free. No, it's brilliant because I'm awake now and I didn't actually do that.
Do you know what? I'm going to blow your mind. Have you heard of video games?
No.
Oh, Sam, honestly, I think you're going to really love them.
Okay, let me write that down.
Video games. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it wouldn't quite replace, like, can you imagine? Because I'd want it to be like a fight to the death, which I don't know how long it would take, but then we do a couple one-on-ones, and there's like a really nice viewing room where everyone can kind of sit and chat and watch whoever's fighting.
Ooh.
Like, so we could do like you and Chris and things like that. Because it's just nice to know as well, I think. You all leave knowing who could have killed the other one and how.
That's great.
Yeah. Like, I've got a mate he's kind of my best mate, but I've always thought of him as a bit of a rat. He's called Dev. He's always been sort of sneaky. And I'd just love it to end as just me and him, and I'd just come up from behind him and, like, get him in, like, the stomach with a knife or something.
You're listening to a lovely time.
Yeah.
I hope you're all enjoying your walks and baths while you're listening to this. Yeah,
I think as well.
Do you know what? Have you seen Alan Partridge? Are you into Alan Partridge?
Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen the bit where Michael is like on a camp bed in season 2 of Alan Partridge, and he does that whole, and it's like nighttime, and he does that whole monologue about like how he's in a helicopter, an Apache helicopter.
Yeah. And he's like gunning down someone.
Yeah,
I forgot his name.
Like Charlie Donaldson or something like that. And then it... Oh no, my car!
And he's running through his house screaming and screaming.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he says, and then the helicopter just flies away and blows up in the sea or something like that.
Who was Charlie Donaldson? Oh, just a mate. And it's like you've gone. So what I do is I get my best mate, and after a long, grueling day of murdering other people that I know and like, I just come behind him and stab him in the stomach, and that would be my perfect day.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
But the snacks in the little viewing bit. Did I mention the snacks?
Come on, what snacks we got?
We got garlic naan. We got normal bread. Wings would be good. Chicken wings would be nice.
Yes.
And a big, you know those dairy milk, the ones that, no, they're not mousse, they're like pudding.
Oh yeah. I love.
I want
them.
a bucket of that. And
I think about that quite a lot.
Yeah, I know.
I think for my next birthday, I'm going to ask anyone who'd like to get me a present to buy me one of them chocolate
5.
pudding
Might as well go
things.
5.
5. And then pour it into a bigger container.
Yeah.
Oh, because I just love it. I call
and they
them
could put
chocolate
money
yogurts,
in as well.
but I know they're not chocolate yogurts, but
No.
you'll understand me if I say chocolate yogurt.
The texture's yogurt.
Yeah. Oh, it's
I don't like mousse. With a mousse, I'll just mix it around really quickly to make it into the chocolate yogurt. But it's about 10% of the size. It's really disappointing. You really get shortchanged with mousse.
You do get shortchanged. And even if you're not whipping it, I can do a mousse in one go. I'm not proud of it.
Yeah.
No, I am proud of it. If the spoon's big enough, I can do it.
It's because it's mainly
in one.
air.
Yeah.
You're just breathing in.
How many do you reckon you could eat?
What mousses?
Mice.
Mice. How many mice could I eat? I mean, because of my whipping technique.
Yeah.
A multi-pack is just like one.
That's what.
Yogurt.
Yeah.
So I could go all night, I think.
No, come on, I want a figure. Let's say six pots is a multi-pack.
Okay. What do you mean? How many could I eat for my life, or in 1 minute, or in an hour?
In one sitting. How many could you get through? And you've got there's let's say there's a 45-minute window for this.
I want to say 100.
You could eat 100 pots.
Remember how small they get, though. I'm basically eating 30 normal chocolate yogurts.
Well, that's still quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you've said it now, so
yeah.
we're going to do it.
I work from home and I don't really go out at all.
Wow. Okay, so what else have we got on the snack table?
Creamed leeks that I've made would be nice. What?
Yeah. It's just like we got naan bread, we got 100 pots of chocolate mousse, and we got creamed leeks.
Yeah, some solid, some liquid to dip things in. You take whatever you want and dip it in whatever. Eventually, the chocolate and the leeks will all just blend together as a nice kind of sweet and savoury snack.
Creamed leeked mice.
Yeah. Creamed leek mice, yeah. I think as well, I don't know how much time I'm allowed on the lovely time, but after a lot of the fights, like a team of editors kind of quickly like chops together like good bits, and then the rest of the evening could just be like drinking and like just watching all the best bits of the best kills of the day. I think that'd be quite nice.
Like match of the day. but like fighting
Yeah.
match of the day.
But
Like
like
slow motion replays of you stabbing your best friend.
yeah, you throwing Chris in Sand's eyes. Oh, wrong way around. You throwing sand in Chris's eyes. Or the other way around.
Or the other way around. Yeah,
You could throw
yeah.
Chris in Sand's eyes.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
Love to. Be a pleasure. Oh, that is cool. Yeah, do you know what? I do sometimes, when you allow yourself to daydream about, like, trying to be realistic about, like, a zombie apocalypse and what would you do? And I'm so crap. I always think, no matter what situation, I always think, I just
Get in the bath.
Yeah, I just die. I wouldn't put up a fight. I wouldn't even try. And I'm like, no, come on. Let's just, even in my imagination, what would I do? Where would I go? And I manage about 20 seconds before I go, nah, I'd end it. Just get it done. I'd get it done. It's awful, isn't it?
Yeah, I only know, Patrick, he could do well, my mate Patrick, because he's all muscly like a cow. And I think... I always think maybe I could go to him, but because he's got him and his son to worry about, and I'm not gonna keep up with him if he's running, and I think he'd just leave me.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd do.
I'm very good. My skill set is patience and sitting still. I can outwait someone for definite.
Yeah.
For definite. Like, I could sit with nothing going on for days.
Do you think that's helpful? Do you think that's helpful when you're getting chased by zombies?
Well, no, but if I was hiding and there were zombies outside, I think I could sit still for such a long time that the zombies would get bored, or they'd hear another noise somewhere else and they'd leave, and then I'd be like, huh.
Right.
And then I'd get up and I'd be like, now is my chance to get to the car, and I'd be like, do you know what? I'm just gonna have another sit down. Actually.
Just gonna stay here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have bath.
Yeah, I think that'd work out kind of well. I'm gonna have a bath. I'm in the bath.
I'm in the bath already. So I think it would be. I think deep down, everybody would like to know how they'd fare in a battle royale situation.
Yeah.
Because some people would really surprise themselves, and some people who, would be as crap as they thought, or as good as they thought. But I think, people like Chris would be... I think he'd win.
Yeah, and I think he'd do some really, nasty stuff as well.
Yeah.
Really, stuff where, in the real world, when you all came out of it, you'd look at him and it's hard to make eye contact anymore. Because you know what he did. Yeah,
well, so the Chris we're talking about is Chris from The Delightful Sausage, and we played a game once in Edinburgh with a group of comedians called, I've forgotten what it's called, but it's like some of you are spies.
And is it like Who's Hitler or something like that?
Like espionage or something like that, yeah. Right. So, there's a lot of games that are similar, so basically... You get these cards, and two of you are, say, spies, and the two of you who are spies open their eyes, and you go, right, you're a spy, and then everyone shuts their eyes again. And then you just have to go around the circle, and the entire premise of the game is that you go around the circle and you have to convince people that you're not a spy. Everyone does. And the group as a whole votes for the spies, right? And this game was going on and on, it was about an hour into this game, trying to work out who was lying and who wasn't. And there was a point, and I wasn't a spy, and I knew I wasn't a spy. And there was a point where I looked at Chris and I said, Chris, we're very close friends. You need to tell me, be honest, are you a spy? Swear on your son's life. And he did. He said, I'm not a spy, I promise you. I swear on my son's life, I promise, I'm not a spy. And he was. And genuinely, for days afterwards, our friendship was damaged because he was so good at lying. It sort of put everything in perspective. And I think he could employ that sort of absolutely calculated...
Yeah.
Cold-heartedness.
Yeah, can't you imagine him going acting like his VR was broken and he was in real pain? So he's like, stop, no, my VR's broken. Yeah. And then he'd gut you with something.
Oh, Oh, yeah.
He's got to stop swearing on his son's life, hasn't he?
I know. To be fair, I remember he felt terrible about it there. And he was just like, it's the worst thing I've ever done. But, I mean, it was just a game, Chris, and you didn't
Keeps
need
doing
to.
it, though, doesn't he?
He works up, you know, you don't even need to do it. It's like, I swear on my son's life, I'm going to go to the shop right now. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the snacks. We've got the sort of the action of the day. We know what we're doing. Who would turn up and ruin it, or what one thing would ruin it?
Not ruin, but I don't think my nan should be there.
Great.
Just because she can't hack it. I'll see her later. And when I go to my nan's, all the dogs I've ever had are all alive and playing with each other. It's like the exact opposite time at night.
Oh, that's nice. So you've had this violent day.
Yeah.
But it ends at your nan's with lots of lovely dogs.
Yeah. And that's the nice bit. But who else? I'm trying to think of... You know that guy from Glow Up? Have you watched Glow Up? The makeup show?
With Stacey Dooley?
Yeah. There's a bald makeup artist on that.
Right.
That wears these colourful jumpers, and he's one of the hosts.
Right.
And I don't hate him, but I don't want him there. And I do hate him. I
get it. You only want to stab people you care about. I get it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I get it. Because I guess, as well, sort of mentally, if you know that you actually don't want these people to die, it's more of a fun sport. Whereas if there's a part of your brain that's
I don't want to come away thinking like, oh God, I would do that.
Yes, that's good. That's good to know. That's good. That's good to know.
And I think I'd be annoyed if anyone got to my dad first and killed him before I could. I'd be really annoyed. Because that's what this whole thing's really about.
Okay, we got there. We got there in the end. Thank you for sharing, Sam.
It's okay.
I hope the relationship with your dad is repaired at some point. Or you move on.
This might do it.
This'll do it. Send him this. Send him a link.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Maybe don't put that in.
No. I wanted to say hello to your sister Neve there, because
oh yeah, she'll like that.
I know she listens to stuff, and she seems like a jolly good egg.
Oh, she doesn't listen to this.
No, I know, but she will if you're on it.
No, she does. She does listen to this. She really likes it. Yeah.
Does she really? No.
Yeah.
Aw, thanks, Neve. Right. So I think we've sort of got your perfect day. I just want to know, what's the last thing that happens before you go to sleep? Tell me the setup.
So I guess I'm at my nan's now because I've said that.
You could be anywhere. You can be anywhere.
So...
Maybe just visited your nan's.
Okay, I just visited my nan's.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what then. So on the industrial estate that I own...
Yes. Oh, yeah,
we've also got... For some reason, I don't own this bit. We've got it on Airbnb. Where all the people that have been fighting, we're all in this big shared house. And I think it's around Christmas time. So I want it to be dead cozy. Yeah. And we've got... You can get a DVD of maybe that's where we watch the best kills. We all sit round, and James Blunt is there because he's funny, isn't he? And maybe my dogs, all three of my dogs are asleep by the fire. They're all English Bull Terriers as well. And then we just sit and watch the kills all night and drink and have maybe one or two cigarettes outside, and then I'll turn in early. And that's it.
And that is your perfect day.
Yeah.
Oh, it's lovely,
really
Sam. It's quite dark, but it's but it's lovely.
I was right.
I love that you own an industrial estate. I mean, that's something I just didn't expect.
Yeah. I'm gonna be the most famous and richest man in the world as well. I didn't say that, but that's
right,
in
sure.
there.
Yeah. That's just implicit. I get it.
Yeah, and widest.
And widest. And with the most and widest and with the most atoms in. There's more atoms in you than in other people. That's just a fact I've heard.
Everyone knows that, yeah.
Everyone knows that. What a pleasure! Yes,
that was nice.
Yes, he did it. La 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 la.
Are you just trying to run out the clock now?
Yeah, then I'll just chant till the end, John.
Yeah, we did it. We did it.
did
Na 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 na.
News.
Yeah.
That was great, Sam.
Thanks.
Thanks for doing it.
That was fun. I liked that a lot. And I'm hoping it'll happen as well.
I think I can't see why it wouldn't. Can't see why it would bloody wouldn't, lad. Well, that is definitely the most killing we've had during a lovely time, but it doesn't make it any less lovely, does it? Well, maybe a little. We'll be doing a crowdfunding to get Sam some therapy. Thanks very much to Sam O'Leary for letting us into his mind. Sam is super talented, and you can watch his work in loads of the Delightful Sausage videos, and he's directed the live recording of Ginsters, which should be out soon. Follow him on Twitter at Mr. Sam O'Leary to have a peek at all the weird and wonderful things he is up to. And follow us on Twitter too, on Instagram. I think we've even got a TikTok somewhere. I don't understand the bloody thing. Thanks very much for listening, and a special thank you to Niamh O'Leary for having to put up with her brother. Well done, Niamh. We'll be back next week with another guest and another lovely time. Bye!
This podcast is made by A Lovely Time Productions and hosted by Amy Gledhill, with music by Jack Evans.
Right, so Sam... Oh, I need to burp, hang on. Wait, everybody
Okay.
wait. Oh, God, that was a real big one. Hey!
Get him out of the way.
From another mother. Same hair, same gas.